What's going on, everybody? I want to introduce a new project to the channel. This is my 2000 Mustang GT. It's a 4.6 2-valve, fully forged bottom end. It's got a Cobra crank, upgraded rods, pistons, trick flow, twisted wedge heads, comp stage 3 blower cam. Pulley setup right now is set up for like 20 pounds or so on the kenne bell. Little background on the car. It's my first car. Put a small saline blower on it, ended up hurting the motor, so I took the motor out. First thing I did was buy the kenne bell. Kind of regret it now. Wish I went turbo. If I knew then what I know now, the car would be a lot different, but it's almost done the way it is now, so just trying to get it done. I should make some decent power. Let's see, it's got a, so it's a 2-valve 4.6, got a turbo 400. The rear end's still a 8.8, but it's got a mini spool and 35 spline axles. It's got all Maximum Motorsport suspension. It's got a standalone computer. I'm running a Holley Dominator. I don't know if it's going to be too dark for you to see. Holley Dominator. I wired the car from scratch. So when I get the Holley Dominator harness for the engine, turned into a real pain to try and separate the engine harness from the body harness. Ended up scrapping the whole harness out of the car. This is it here. And piecing everything together, taking the metering out, the headlight switch, and then the multifunction switch, like the directionals, turn signals. So that's what this Ron Francis fuse box is here for. That's to power the body harness. Still a little messy. I gotta clean a few things up like this. It's just testing. But I have the Holley Dominator black box to run things like the electric fans, electric water pump, whatever else, the supercharger pump. What else we got going on? I got the batteries in the trunk here. I have all the fuses mounted up underneath the back of the deck lid. Those are 200 amp fuses with the battery shut off. I don't have a lot of pictures of, I don't have a lot of videos of building the car because I just started doing the YouTube thing, but I definitely have a bunch of pictures. I'll throw those in the video now. So I'm making this video now because the car is almost done. There's going to be a lot more of the car on the channel. Well, I say it's almost done. I have all Cobra bumpers, Cobra side skirts, wings, mirrors, all that stuff I wanted to put on the car and have the whole car painted and done up right. I wanted to run some small front tires, some skinnies in the front, and some 15s in the rear. But right now I just want to get the car together and driving, get all the bugs worked out. I've been building this thing for 8 years, so there's going to be tons of issues. There's literally nothing I haven't gone through on the car. So I'm going to put all the factory body panels back on. The hood isn't going to fit, so I can't stand not having an unpainted hood in the car. I didn't want to spend the money to paint the hood only, because the rest of the car needs paint, so I might as well just paint it all at once. So what I ended up doing was buying a carbon fiber hood. I'm not big on carbon fiber, but it's better than having an unpainted hood. So yeah, I just want to get the car together, get it driving, get the bugs figured out, and go from there. So all that's really left is gotta wire up the windows, power windows. I couldn't find crank doors. Gotta wire up the windows, get a radio going. Gotta run the rear brake lines. Let's see, put the carpet in, rear seat delete, put the dash back in it, fenders, bumper, test out all the wiring for the headlights and taillights. Like I said, it was all done from scratch. Every single wire in the car is new. So yeah, I guess that's it, and start trying to get this thing done. It's gonna be a lot of fun when the car is done. Can't wait to drive it. It's been forever. I don't even know what it's like to drive it anymore. It's been 7 or 8 years since I've driven the car. So yeah, get to it. One more thing off the list, just about 1,000 more. I'm gonna try something a little different for the radio. I found this company called Out of Sight Audio. They make Bluetooth receivers, basically. I didn't want to put a deck or any type of crazy stereo system in this car. It's more of like a race car that I'm going to drive on the street. But I didn't want to ride around in silence. So found this company, Out of Sight Audio. They make, it's basically a Bluetooth receiver that powers your stereo. You can run it off of a factory stereo. So like you didn't have to cut up, if you had a classic car, you wouldn't have to take the stereo out, you could leave the stereo. So it's very easy to wire. It's all controlled through your cell phone. And tells what wire goes everywhere. The wiring diagram is very easy. So you'd have the input from the radio, from radio, and the 2 speakers. But if you're not going to run a radio, you can just run just this box, and it can be anywhere. It can be behind in the trunk. It doesn't matter where it is, as long as you can Bluetooth to it and you control the volume and everything from your phone. So I'm going to change out the speakers in the car, give this a try and see if it works. radio's all installed. I just powered up for the first time. As you can see, it's all tucked up in here, out of sight. No deck in the radio or anything like that. I'm pretty impressed with how it sounds. I'm not a big radio guy, but I'll show you how this works. Hopefully you can see this. Have to go first, turn your Bluetooth on, go to settings, Bluetooth, connect to out of sight audio, connected, go to Pandora. I can't play along because of copyright issues, obviously, but so it sounds pretty good. I'm happy with it. That's all I need in this car. Like I said, I wasn't looking for a crazy system or anything. So, radio's done. That's going to be a wrap for this video. All the wiring is actually completely done. Got the sound system working. I'm very happy with it. But that's going to be a wrap for this video. I'm going to be putting the carpet in and the dash in on next week's video. And maybe even putting the fenders and bumper on. We'll see how far I get. So yeah, subscribe and watch out for next week's video.